Contingency has just released another update. With this update, we get a couple new drops of information and a look at what's coming with the upcoming release of the game. Let's dive in. The first half of this update is dedicated to the reveal of the new Spartan undersuit and Mark IV armor. They discuss how the undersuit has been a collaborative process for many artists over the years. The initial concepts the team made were more akin to what we have seen in Halo 2 and 3, but they felt the design was overall too flat and made the armor that would appear over the suit too detailed in comparison. Instead, they decided upon an undersuit that was more functional looking and emphasized on an assembled armor plating approach. With their new armor set for the game, the Mark IV, the Contingency team wanted to stick to the pre-existing lore of the Halo games and make sure the armor wouldn't be too advanced and sleek like the newer variants of the Mjolnir armor. Yet, it still provided a suitable platform for the team to incorporate mission-specific variants down the line. You can see with this concept art how much went into the design process of the armor and the different variations that came along the way. I actually really enjoy seeing this look into the design process of the armor. You can tell how many different ideas went into the making of this set, and how certain elements from different concepts made it into the final design. Sadly, the current in-game version we see of this set does not do the concept art justice. While the overall design and concept of the armor, and by extension the undersuit, is absolutely fantastic, as it stands there seems to be some sort of disconnect occurring between the concept, design, and finalized model, at least here in the renders we're shown. There will always be a difference between the concept art and the model, but it's almost as if the set is still using placeholder materials and textures on an unfinished sculpt, especially in the most critical areas like the helmet, torso, and thighs. These currently are contrasting heavily against the undersuit. Personally, I believe the model would greatly benefit from more detailed texture work and normals to bring the set up to parity with the rest of the design philosophy we've seen. Now, I could be entirely off base here thinking this is the final pass, but let's start a discussion. I'd love to hear what you all think about the armor set. And of course, this is all just my opinion. I really want the team to hit this one out of the park when their initial release starts, and felt the need to provide my thoughts as best as I could. Otherwise, it's all looking amazing, and I can't wait to cover the release. The final part of the blog post consists of an overview of what to expect in the upcoming release this month. This team states that it will be more like a closed pre-alpha of the game, so expect lots of features and content to change, and or be added later down the line. They emphasize that this is still a test build of the game, not a full release. Now, 3 maps will be included in the first release, but they didn't reveal which ones they would be. I would assume this means the maps would be small, medium, and large scale, to make sure they can see how the game handles on these different types of playing fields. The core weapons of the release will be as follows. For the UNSC, the Assault Rifle, Battle Rifle, SMG, Magnum, Shotgun, Sniper Rifle, Rocket Launcher, and Spartan Laser. For the Covenant, Plasma Rifle, Carbine, Plasma Pistol, Needler, Fuel Rod Gun, Brute Shot, Energy Sword, Gravity Hammer. And of course, the Frag Grenade and Plasma Grenade will be making an appearance as well. There will also be dual wielding for the SMG, Magnum, Plasma Rifle, and Plasma Pistol. The team also mentions that players will have the ability to pull a dual wieldable offhand weapon into your hand if you're holding another dual wieldable weapon. In terms of how players will connect with each other, the Contingency team states that the initial release will include a custom games quick play and server browser that will allow for players to meet up. Custom games themselves will have full customization for the built-in game modes provided. They didn't include which modes would be included in the initial release, however. Player customization will also be a key factor. How the players will be able to customize their Spartan goes as follows: primary armor color, secondary armor color, emblem foreground and emblem background, emblem primary color, secondary color, and background color, helmets, torsos, arms, and legs. Now, while there's a lot coming with the initial release, some features won't make the cut. Vehicles, heavy weapons, and elites will not be making an appearance anytime soon. Contingency wants to make sure the elites especially are given the same amount of treatment as the Spartans before they will be added to the game. I'm glad they shared with us as much as they did with this update. It's nice to know what to expect with the initial release, and I hope they get the right amount of feedback they need to make a great Halo game. If you want to see more Contingency updates in the future and or other Halo fan game updates, please subscribe to the channel and like this video and leave a comment.